According to Mrs. Markham, I was supposed to spend all day thinking up the right words. But to my surprise, I did my best work when I shut my head off. I didn't even want to think why Laura decided we'd meet at 3 o'clock in the morning, and in a restaurant we'd never gone to. I didn't know what to tell her, and something tells me she's no more ready for this meeting than I am. I've heard said, when you're knocked out by a single blow, you don't have time to feel any pain. Well, that's a lie. It's painful as hell. Every day I spent in that coma, the pain was unbearable.
Jack, well, wow. I didn't know you were awake. Doctor said you could be in that coma for months, even years. How are you feeling?
Tell me who's in control, Martin.
I don't think I follow you.
For God's sake, Martin, tell me it's you running the department and not some stooge from the mayor's office.
Yes, Jack. I am performing the duties of the police chief, but the new man's coming on Saturday, Kevin Paulson.
Kevin Paulson?
Yes, it's the guy from the...
I know who Kevin Paulson is. Now listen carefully, Martin. I'm coming back to work. I'm Freeburg's police chief, and it's going to stay that way for another 4 months. Now you get on the phone and do whatever needs to be done. You run into any problems, threaten them with the media, court, or blackmail. But I don't think they'll give you any trouble. The mayor knows it's easier to just wait until the winter than deal with a scandal. Oh, and assemble a press conference.
I'll schedule the press conference for tomorrow, all right, Jack?
The day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going shopping.
Now you have a new car, we hope it will fulfill all your secret dreams. Now you have new clothes, I hope they'll make you feel younger. Now you have a new hairstyle, we expect that this luxurious head of hair will easily convince anyone that you're a king among men. You now have a new attitude, from now on you are a true warrior, one who will not suffer the idiots who stand in his way. You are an independent and self-confident. Good morning, I don't like press conferences. Do you know who the person is who attacked you? No? Didn't recognise him. City Hall is yet to give a definitive answer as to whether you will be returning to your post. Do you believe Rogers will decide in your favour? I'm police chief, he knows how things stand. Do you think what happened to you somehow affected you? We'll see. Well, I guess let's wait a bit and find out. Thank you. What's going on, guys? ZombifiedGamer here, and welcome back to This Is the Police. Oh, that's a much better car. Fucking Jesus. Yeah, go home. Go home. Definitely go home. You can go home too. Yeah, you can go home, you're only 70. You definitely need to go home. So do you. No. No. I need officers, this is the problem. Oh, I have a stripe. Let's give it to Shvenko. He deserves it. Even though he's due to retire anytime soon. Oh, we have cassettes now, not records. Careless Love, let's see what this is like. Jack, while you were in the hospital, a hunt was declared on all cops. It's like all the criminals in the city suddenly went savage. They're cornering officers one by one, beating them to death. Our boys have started refusing to ride out on calls alone. When the situation is really bad, even two will refuse to go. Fantastic. Oh, I was given a raise. Awesome. Your friends sent you your share from the sale of money. I'll share it with my staff just so they don't report me. At least I hope that's how it works. Passerby saw 3 teenagers setting fire to a parked car. According to eyewitness, you can still catch them. They're just walking in the street, not even in a hurry. Okay. Off you go. And I can hire a new police officer. For some reason. Let's ask for a SWAT upgrade, I think. Club patrons found a man lying unconscious in the bathroom due to an apparent drug overdose. Yeah, looks like a drug overdose. Back up, I need detectives on the case. Let's actually try to solve some investigations. What we got? Okay, I still need more frames for all of them. Fantastic. A security guard noticed a suspicious group of teenagers hiding things under their jackets. As they walked past the checkout, when he asked them to stop, the teenagers scattered in all directions. They ran out the store in the parking lot. The guard called the police and said they couldn't have gotten far. Hopefully that investigation will actually stay there until I decide to put people on it, as in future days rather than it just disappeared today, if I don't put anyone on it. An unidentified woman says that a strange surgeon is operating without a license from a basement of her house. He hardly looks like a real doctor. He's old, maybe senile, and always seems drunk. A student couldn't get into his room. It was locked from inside. He heard muffled cries from within. It sounded like someone was raping my girlfriend. Okay, just wait a second. In a dirty basement, a tearing old man is digging around inside a young man's ripped open stomach. Okay, time to step away. Good job. A nurse reports that she saw an elderly woman cut off her husband's life support system after a car accident left him in a coma for months. I knew his case was hopeless, but it's still murder, the greatest sin of all. According to the nurse, the woman has blocked off the entrance to the ward. Their girlfriend was just having a special moment with her new boyfriend. What the fuck do you mean? Do you mean she was cheating on him and she liked it rough, and then the old boyfriend thought that she was being raped, but in actual fact she was just cheating? Otherwise I don't know why the fuck you'd call the police. A trucker just called in and said his van was stopped on the side of the road. 3 large men got out with shovels, then someone fell to the ground, out of the back of the van. I think they had his hands tied up and they hit him on the head with the shovels and let him into the woods. Surely he should have let me send a paddy wagon with that one, because it was a group of men with shovels. And a paddy wagon's for multiple people. An eyewitness reports that 5 armed men burst into a jewellery store, a series of gunshots followed, and a few minutes later a girl staggered out of the store, bleeding from the stomach. She fell to the pavement unconscious. Fantastic. The van is empty but an engine is still warm, the area is silent and dark. Okay, go into the forest. Good job. They're not going to be back in time for the armed robbery, are they? That's terrible. Fuck. That's all I can do. And then, when they get back, I should be able to send them in as backup. Hopefully. Oh, you've actually given me new frames now. Fantastic. No new frames. Fantastic. I need more frames for everything. Come on, guys.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
No detectives sent to the crime scene. Yeah, I don't have any available. It's not my fault. Oh, jewellery.
Impressive recovery, Mr. Boyd. I'm still not happy about how soon you're back to work. Well, not happy as your doctor. As a resident of Freeburg, I'm immensely grateful for it.
Really?
Just don't tell anyone, or they'll pull my license.
Well, thank you again for coming to see me at night.
Oh, well, whatever you need, Mr. Boyd. Any doctor in this town would come running any hour, day or night, you can believe me. You're not suffering from headaches. It says here that you are taking painkillers after a back injury. But the prescribed dose is enough to...
Dr. Kraczynski, you trust me?
And, sorry?
Do you trust me?
In what way, Mr. Boyd?
You think I'm an honest and reasonable man, Doctor?
You're joking, Mr. Boyd. Thanks to you, my wife finally agreed to buy a house here, and we've decided to have children. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid to visit my patients at night. I think you are the most honest and reasonable person in the city, Mr. Boyd.
Great. You see, Dr. Kraczynski, I'm an addict.
Mr. Boyd, is...
Well, not a drug addict in the way you might imagine. I'm not some weak-willed junkie. Sometimes I stay clean so long that the tablets stay locked in the barn so long they go past the expiration date. But there are less pleasant stories.
You know what? Let's...
I once took a whole bottle right there in the barn. Passed out in my own vomit. I almost choked. I fought the convulsions, somehow managed to break 4 ribs. For 2 weeks my chest was so sore I wanted to die. But for those 2 weeks I kept swallowing pills. Couldn't stop.
If you want, I could...
I once took a dose right before a party at home. My wife Laura had some old friends over from college. I didn't take that many, maybe 5 or 6 pills, but it felt like I'd taken a few hundred. I passed out while I was carrying a tray of drinks. On the way down, I knocked over a set of Laura's scented candles. The house almost burned down. The repairs took a good chunk from our savings.
Mr. Boyd, if you'll allow me, I'd just...
As you can see, Doctor, I'm well aware of the seriousness of the situation and the possible consequences. But sometimes I need the pills. I don't use the word lightly. Sometimes I've got to work on cases with more energy than I've got. I can't do it without them. And I know you want me doing my job. So tomorrow I want you to come here and bring me some tablets. Lots of tablets. 10 bottles. No, better 15. Yeah, 15 bottles. The next 3 months are going to be extremely difficult, Doc.
I would like to discuss your...
You'll bring the pills, Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes.
Very good. Look, I don't want to trouble you any further. I bet your family doesn't like you running away with me at night. I'd bet they'd rather I was still in that coma.
Well, I'm gonna leave this episode here. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to subscribe and goodbye.
You ain't scared. Yeah. Things that go bump in the night. Me. I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me. Yeah, hoodoo, bitch. Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Hoodoo, bitch. Stand up. Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Hoodoo, bitch. Let's